In our research, we looked at land registry statistics for 7 of the 10 areas of the Savills Prime Central London residential universe where the fund is active. As you can see from the chart, the Prime Central London residential market is a multi-billion-pound liquid market. In 2006 alone, the value of transactions in this area amounted to over £3.5 billion. We saw a fall-off in turnover during the height of the financial crisis in 2008, but has seen a strong recovery since then. This graph illustrates via quarterly transactional data the point more clearly. Since the nadir of the first quarter of 2009, turnover has increased sharply. The other statistic that we looked into was the split between flats and terraced houses in the PCL area. Approximately 66% of all transactions measured by value between the years 2005 and 2010 were flats. When we looked at the statistics in terms of the number of transactions, the figures were skewed further towards flats. Overall, though, one of the great attractions of PCL has been its magnetism for overseas investors. In our research into PCL, we looked at several factors that have and will, going forward, influence valuations of prime central London residential property. These ranged from analysis of the global rich as a clearly defined investment group to the rise of political stability as a major ingredient in current investment decisions. This chart shows the movement of the Savills All PCL Capital Value Index since their price data began back in 1979. Starting with Middle Eastern investors in the 1970s, the post-war period has seen London emerge as a magnet for successive waves of new wealth from different regions of the world. It was the collapse of the former Soviet Union in 1990 that unleashed a further wave of investment, as cash from Russia and other former Eastern Bloc countries was recycled into prime property around the world, with London as a major beneficiary. And we also noted that as markets around the world continued to liberalise from the 1990s onwards, capital was able to be redeployed from previously closed economies. As you can see from the chart, this globalisation has resulted in waves of investment migrating towards PCL. What is most interesting to note is the fact that the 2 economies with the largest populations on the planet, China and India, still have exchange controls. It is our view that as those and other similar economies around the world liberalise further, capital from within them will be able to move more freely, and there is no doubt in our minds that PCL is likely to be a destination for a good proportion of this money.